I was muted that whole time. Okay. So, I'll have to edit that. But anyway, so I want to talk about what's happening in the culture war and how it's shifting. I'm not gonna be one of those channels that just reviews movies and reviews comic books unless I like it. If I like it, I'll review it. But I'm not gonna be just, hey, you should go watch Kenobi because Ewan McGregor's in it. No, that's not me. Uh, I'm actually completely out of the Marvel circle now. 100% out. 100% out of DC. Been that way for a long time for DC, but I'm out of those circles. I don't even care. I'll argue with people on Twitter all day about it, but I won't spend money on it anymore. But for people that know me, you know that I cosplay Star Wars, so it's one of those things that I can't avoid as much as I would like to, because I love Star Wars. You know, even through the Mandalorian, I love it. I hate 7, 8, 9, and everybody who knows me knows that, but it's not anything that has to do with. I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, Kathleen Kennedy, blah blah blah." No, not that. Not I don't care enough to do that. It's not my thing anymore. Is to complain about who's doing that. I'll laugh at them, call them stupid, and that's about it. But this is just. I'm going completely off the hip here, so I don't have a script or anything that I was meaning to talk about. But how the culture war shifts. This is just something I want to go into real quick because it's kind of important that people in our circle understand this. So, at first, it starts off our little collective groups, whatever we're into, be it Star Wars, Marvel, DC, Image, Star Trek, which I'm a normie for that one. I don't know that one. I'm not a Star Trek guy. I am a Star Wars guy, but when the culture shifts back and forth, it'll go from left wing to right wing, politics, blah blah blah. Politics are not the way to fix culture. That doesn't work. Culture dictates politics. So, where our timeline, we'll go with using this terminology, where our timeline shifted was 9/11. Okay, it shifted more towards what's happening now. It was jingoistic and it was crazy, and that's what forced it to change into kind of left leaning. Let's put it like that. After the fact, 20-year war left in just shambles. Kind of leaned everything towards the left. Barack Obama, blah blah blah. Doesn't matter. You know. But lost my train of thought there for a minute. What I'm saying is that what has shifted, it started shifting the culture war back to that area, to the right. Well, one, it was Star Wars. Disney buying Star Wars and Star Wars those 3 movies sucking as bad as they did. And one of them split the fan base in half. But the third one, there's no denying that episode 9 is trash. It's objectively trash. There's nothing about it good at all. The Mandalorian kind of shifted that back. You know, it kept a few fans interested who weren't quite done with it yet. Book of Boba Fett, again, shifted it back to where even some normies didn't like it. And that's what I want to talk about, the normies. They are the shifting force here in this description here. So, it's not the fans, because the old fans, the niche fans who know every detail about it, we are not the ones who shift the balance here. It's the normies. Because there's more normies than there are us. Let's face it. Normies can become real fans, but most of the time they're just in it for something to watch, something to do, and then they'll get into it. Like, how many Walking Dead fans do you think actually read the comics? About 2%? 3%, roughly? And then you've got the ones who've seen the show. Right. And then read the comics after they watched the show, or something like that, you know. Normies are the ones that generate revenue. Okay? It's not we will too. We will generate a lot of revenue too, but it's the normies that you've got to keep entertained. When you stop entertaining the normies, that's when, and I'm not saying that these companies should do like they've been doing and kind of go for the normie, like change something for normies, because the normies don't care. They don't care what kind of crap you are watching, what kind of crap they're consuming. They will consume it until it is unrecognizable. But they don't care if it's comic accurate or not, because they don't know the comics. But they are the ones who are the majority. So, the normies started paying attention to the culture war, I would say about the time that Gina Carano was fired. Because she was a fan favorite. She was the most popular character in all of Star Wars for a minute. Like, her and Baby Yoda were the 2 most popular characters in The Mandalorian. And then now you've got the Kenobi thing, where they're telling fans, don't be racist, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, the thing is, that doesn't work anymore. You burn that out. You know, it wasn't us that put Finn in as a background joke character. That was you. Okay? It wasn't us that made Lando a pansexual weirdo. That was you. You made him where we could not, we could still relate to, but it was weird. You made the character weird. That weird enough to where nobody kind of was okay with Solo. Like, Solo was one of those weird, it should have made money and it didn't. But you burn that bridge. You could always fix it later. You know, and that's what you're looking at. But with the actress being quote-unquote attacked or whatever online, that's stupid. Sure, she's got some receipts, which is kind of smart on her end, but I'm willing to bet that they're part of her team. That they are people that it's fake race hustling is what it is. I'm willing to bet money on it. But that's just, yeah, I can't prove it. But I've seen the screenshots, and they look like left-wing trolls, not right-wing trolls. But anyway, there's like 3 of them. It's not. And she says, "Oh, there's hundreds of them." No, there's probably not. You didn't take a picture of hundreds of them. You took a picture of 3 of them. So, but I don't care about any of that right now. What it is you're just calling the first 2 episodes. Her acting was atrocious. It was kind of like watching a character from a Wayans Brothers movie put into the Star Wars setting. The 3rd episode was actually really good acting on her part. I will say that. She did a good job on the 3rd episode. But, the Tyler Perry angry black woman didn't work in Star Wars. Oh, the Inquisitor doesn't like her for some reason, and that's because she was acting crazy. She was extra hostile, blah blah blah. It was bad, and we didn't have any idea of the motivations of this character. 3rd episode comes out, we realize the motivations. Okay, she wanted to be the Grand Inquisitor. Okay, fine, I'll give it to you. The character is starting to warm up on me. I didn't care anything about... My favorite character is Mace Windu. So, your argument is invalid if you say that I'm being racist here. My favorite character is Mace Windu. I can tell you more about Mace Windu than most of you even know just from watching the movies. But I don't care about any of that. It's not... That doesn't matter to me. What matters is good content. And you're not giving good content. I like art. Kenobi is pretty good. It can probably be the best series that you've come out with. But at the same time, it could also become the worst. And if it becomes the worst, for any reason, you are going to lose more people than you lost with The Last Jedi. Like, you're going to lose all the old guard. You're going to lose all the prequel fans. You might not lose the Clone Wars. You'll probably lose the Clone Wars fans too, actually. You won't lose the Dave Filoni bros and the Favreau bros. You won't lose them. But you're going to lose so many customers that you might as well sell Star Wars if you do Kenobi wrong. That's how this works. You've already ruined Marvel. Even though it still makes money, the normies are starting to pick up on it. And when the normies pick up on it, you pretty much lost. Like, we can sit here and bitch about it all day. That doesn't change anything. But once you lose the normies, you've lost. So when the levee breaks, that's what I mean. Is when the fans start to realize what you're doing. When the fans and the normies start to realize what you're doing. When that happens, it's over. You've lost. And you've lost now, as far as that goes. Like, there is no coming back once you lose the normies. You might as well be Highlander. 2, 3, 4, whatever. Highlander 1 was great. Highlander 2 and the rest of them were trash because you lost fans and normies. Make good stories. Make good content. It's not that hard. The whole thing was She-Hulk. Calling people sexist because they didn't like the design of She-Hulk. No, we didn't like the CGI on it. The CGI looked bad standing next to Hulk in your trailer. We didn't like that. And You're like, oh, well, they hate it because it's a woman-led show. No. No. That's not the reason. You can't just... I mean, you can, because you do it all the time. You change the goalposts. You straw man all the time, just hoping that one of us will, say, "Oh, it was great. Yeah, Star Wars was great, even though it was crap. Boba Fett was trash. It was complete trash. It was a dumpster fire." I'm glad I'm not a Boba Fett fan. Like, that would have made me mad. It would have been unwatchable to me if that had happened. But luckily enough, I'm not a Boba Fett fan, so I'm like sitting there, stupid. Doesn't matter. It's trash. Stop putting out trash. Simple as that. If you want to save your companies, you gotta start actually making content good. No, like I said, episode 3 of Obi-Wan, great. Little girl who plays Leia, great job, 100%. But I mean, pulling out Darth Vader episode 3 is a little early, but yeah, I get it. You got to. And I like that. I mean, I actually enjoyed yesterday's episode. And I'm not going to go into spoilers here. I'm not. It's just... This is me ranting. I'm tired of just hearing it. But I'm telling you what's happening. Like, the goalpost has shifted so much that it doesn't even matter anymore. The normies have caught on to it. The normies know it's bad. When the normies know it's bad, then you pretty much screwed the pooch on it. You can't... Because when the normies know it's bad, is you're not making money. You're losing money on the second week of a big event movie like, Multiverse of Madness. Because they were expecting a superhero movie and they got a Evil Dead movie. And I'm pretty sure there was a lot of really, really pissed off parents about that. But Disney don't care about that either. Right now. They will, because when the levee breaks, it floods everything below it. And the levee's about to break. Y'all don't realize that yet, but it's breaking. There's cracks in it. And slowly and surely, you're just losing more and more. So, I say, let these companies die. Disney, Marvel, DC, all of them. Let the levee break. Don't try to fix it. Hopefully, when it does, these properties will get sold off to somebody who cares about them. Because one good movie does not justify, like, giving money to people that hate you. Trademark Young Ripper. But don't give money to people that hate you. Simple as that. Like I said earlier in the video, I'm done with Marvel. I'm done with DC. 100%. I'm a Star Wars cosplayer, so I'll never 100% be done with Star Wars. At least on a certain end of it. But As far as me giving them money, yeah, I'm done. I've already started selling off my Marvel and DC merchandise just because I don't want to look at it. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. Y'all were gonna say something about there being a Doctor Who poster in the back. Yeah, well, that was a gift from my brother before Doctor Who went bad. So, fuck you on that one. But I'm just saying it's not going to get better until the normies figure it out. And like I said, the normies started figuring it out when Gina Carano got fired for that side of it. They started paying attention to it. And half of them will still say, oh, well, she was saying blah, blah, blah. You know, she was saying anti-Semitic and transphobic stuff. She wasn't. You know, if you followed her on Twitter, she wasn't. You would know that. No, but they can't ever offer you receipts when they say that. You know, get them receipts, guys. I'm telling you. But I'm so disillusioned with the idea of Marvel and DC, Star Wars. Yes, I watched Kenobi, and there is a reason that I'm watching Kenobi. And it's not to make content out of. It's just, I'm a Darth Vader fan. So when they do Darth Vader wrong, or they do Kenobi wrong, whatever, then I will 100% be done with, and they've been doing Kenobi wrong the whole season. But once it's over, that's the end of it. That's the end of me watching Star Wars. Good or bad. And I'm not paying Disney to watch it either. I'm just not. It's just complete disillusion. I don't need any of them. I don't have to watch Disney. I don't have to watch Star Wars. I don't have to watch any of it. I've got the old movies. I've got everything already that I want to watch. I don't need it. It's all pointless to do that, right? Like, I will say, Stranger Things season 4, wow. Okay, great. Great season. Last season kind of had me worried a little bit, but, you know, I'm fine with it. And that's how I handle TV shows, is season to season. So, Obi-Wan is only getting one season. It's not going to be... I mean, it's going to be a long movie, is what it's going to be. And it'll be judged on its merit after the fact. I don't judge things episode to episode. I judge it season to season. So, I'll do a full breakdown of it. Maybe. If it's good, I'll do a full breakdown of it. If it's not after the fact, then I probably won't. Will I come back for Mandalorian Season 3? Probably. I'm not 100% done with Star Wars, like I said. Marvel and DC, they were getting more of my money. They were getting a lot more of my money. But I'm done with them. 100%. I don't watch the movies. I don't care enough to. I don't read the comics anymore. I'm looking for something new. Getting into the alternative economy, whatever it takes, does not matter. Right, well, I just wanted to get that out. It just like hit me that once the normies realize it, if they don't even like it, then you've screwed yourself, and you're it's going to go down. It's just tired of giving money to people that hate me. Simple as that. And I'm not going to anymore.